great visionary and my dear friend, and now become a half Indian, Gerhard Riedel. And also another good friend of his first time in India. He has a lot of questions when he landed in India. He fell in love with India, my friend Anselm Kirkley. And also another dear friend of mine who will, these days, in 3 years of Tigers, who will give you an insight of how our talent lies. Philipp Kirchhoff from Austria. Philipp. And also, I like to personally thank to the principal madam of the school, Madam Asti. Was a wonderful, you have said a fantastic thing. I said, you are mother of India football. I know your football talent, both of you here. Thank you, madam, for your all kind cooperation to us.
That's right. There is nothing greater than DPS Greater Noida, for God's sake. Ah, round of applause.
Oh! And we are hiding one person from all of you, intentionally. I am going to introduce another tigress of world of football, Julia Pawar.
That's right, Julia. And we have another tigress amongst us, of course. Huge round of applause for Arpita!
And I just to brief you about Arpita a little bit. She will be the ambassador of Indian football women's development from the German football and India football to a cooperation. Give a big roar, not high. Roar. A roar. Surprise for you. We have during the session, we are going to host a lot of interaction with the kids, and you have a lot of good prizes from DFB. KS brought a lot of prizes for you from DFB, German Football Association. And this is the ball signed by all the German national team in Qatar World Cup. Who'd like to have it? Who'd like to have it? All right, I want to roaring the stage. Oh! And one of the lucky person will have it today from our MD, Mr. Varun Das, after the show. Okay, now, yo,
that ball is not for free.
No, you have to earn it.
It's for winners. We'll ask you a question, whoever answers it right, only they get the ball.
Yeah, of course, but everybody has a chance to do it.
Not that easy, not that easy. Okay. So, of course, we are here for Indian Tigers and Tigresses, presented by the TV9 network, India's largest network that's here with all of you with one goal in mind. And that one goal is that India eventually becomes a football World Cup playing nation. All right. So, if you're wondering what Indian Tigers and Tigresses is all about, what is the TV9 network doing? And who are our partners of TV9 network in bringing this dream alive? Because the winners of Indian Tigers and Tigresses, bear in mind, will be taken all the way to Austria and Germany. 20 boys and 20 girls. Some of you might be going to Germany and Austria, meeting legendary footballers. So, take a look at what Indian Tigers and Tigresses is all about.
In a nation passionate about football, a new dawn is on the horizon. News9 presents an initiative set to transform the future of Indian football. Introducing Indian Tigers and Tigresses, the hunt for the best under-14 football talent. Powered by Respo, your gateway to registration. In proud association with DFB, the heart of German football excellence. Aligning with DFL Deutsche Fußball-Liga. Partnering with BVB Borussia Dortmund, Striker Labs. And guided by the expertise at International Football Institute, Germany. In the biggest hunt for the future stars of football, we are scouting talent across the nation. Aspirants will register, showcase their skills, and be assessed by top international experts. Then, 20 tigers and tigresses will embark on the journey of a lifetime. They will first land in the city of Gmunden, Austria, and dive into intense training at the India Football Center. Then off to play against European clubs across Germany and Austria. And at the journey's end, 20 tigers and tigresses will be felicitated at the Super Cup finals. A moment of pure triumph. News9 is not just discovering talent. We are crafting a new destiny for football in India. Join us as we write a new chapter in India's sport legacy. News9 presents Hunt for the Indian Tigers and Tigresses. The journey begins now.
Can we hear a roar for that? Whoa! Not loud enough, not loud enough. Right. Kaushik, now everybody understands.
Yeah.
You all know what's going to happen. But we have to begin with the man who is leading this initiative, who's been instrumental in all of us being in this room. We're going to first bring him up on stage. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, huge round of applause for Mr. Barun Das, MD and
Give
CEO
it roaring,
of the
roaring,
Tv9
hello.
Network. All right, good morning, or we're almost there. Good afternoon, Barun. Fantastic to have you here. How do you feel, first, before anything else, the energy in the room?
Well, I felt that I was living for it, for this occasion, where you see so many kids under one roof, and you're part of that huge initiative which is supported by these kids, not only here, but being here is just, it took me back some 45 years when I was of their age and aspiring to be a footballer at some point in time. So I'm reliving my dream.
You're turning back the clock, aren't you? Okay, before we go any further, it's curious, isn't it? As the man who helms the TV9 network, tell us, what is this beautiful relationship between the TV9 network and the beautiful game of football?
Well, you know what? We should not talk very serious stuff because the 1,000 kids will get bored. They won't understand for what we are talking. But since you asked this question, I'll tell you. The news network works as a social catalyst. So we are supposed to be involved and contributing anything which is good for the society and the country. And I feel football is one, or sports is one instrument with which India's brand imagery can be enhanced and developed across the world. As you know that India is making its ascent to the global head table, and football is one thing which can help the cause. And I think where we started at some point in time during the golden age of football, Indian football, we almost reached there, but then we have slid down from there. So if we can act as a catalyst for popularity of football and for India's ascendancy in football ranking in the world, that would be a great contribution that a news network, the largest news network of a country, can make.
Fascinating.
When we have, football comes in, I have personally experienced with your footballing skin in last corporate cup. You know this person has scored a goal after 30 years? You don't know? He has it. Give a big hand for that!
No, that was not 30 years, 33 years.
33.
But the thing is that I had all fat people around me. We were very willing to fall apart, fall down. So it was not a goal that I would like to remember. But nonetheless, I'm thinking of starting the game again. And then let's see if I can score such goals again.
And the fantastic concept of Indian Tigers and Tigresses across India, it is one of the largest, biggest network of news network. And also we are going to host one of the biggest footballing hunt in the world. When the idea comes in your mind, what is your feeling to, or your take about it?
No, the idea, obviously, Kaushik, I would give the credit of the ideas to you.
No.
Because as you know that you come up with ideas, then I'll have to filter from about 100 of them to pick up one or two. So this is one of the greatest ideas that you have brought on the table. Congratulations to you.
Yeah,
And I believe that I immediately had clinged on to the idea, because one thing which is not, which will never be a dearth of in India is number. So even if you are talking about talented footballer, I'm sure there's 20 lying somewhere there in the country. Yeah. If you can identify them, maybe India would be, if you can identify them, maybe India would be playing the next World Cup. So I think we'll have to go to the nook and corners of our country and identify these talents, give them the right infrastructure, training, which Indian Football Institute will give in Munden, Gerhard and his team. So if we can give that exposure to the kids, I think the dream, the great Indian football dream, would soon be a reality. So that's why this hunt of tigers and tigresses.
And the important thing you always cherished, you always said about empowering women in India and all the globalist diaspora. So how do you encourage this? Because you have taken initiative also with the Tigress. This is really a great thing to all. How do you feel the empowering women in the football diaspora?
Okay, women always find a mention in anything that I said ever, because I believe that as a country or even as a society, if you are not leveraging 50% of your strength, which according to me is a stronger half, and we are not, if you are not leveraging that, we would never prosper, we would never reach our dream, never reach our destiny, which I think as a country we've taken cognizance of the fact, and in all aspects of our life, that we are making sure women's participation is as much as men's. And if you talk about football, that showcases that the Indian football women team ranks far higher than the men's team. And so therefore, sports is an expression of empowerment. And even if the men's team can't play the World Cup football, if the women's team can play, that will be of greater pride for me.
Wow, huge round of applause for that. How about the Indian women football team playing the World Cup before the men football team? What a dream, Barun, that would be. But tell us, I wanted to get back to you on football. You've been playing football since school, college. If somebody looks at you like you're the MD and CEO of India's largest network. So you've been with that football in your hand for a very long time. And all the way, after helming the largest network, you organize the Corporate Cup as well. So this is the Tv9 Corporate Cup as well. So it is a deep relationship you have with football, isn't it, Barun?
Yes. Football, according to me, if you ask me to choose a game which is king of all games, it'll definitely be football. I don't think that any other games matches up to the level of football in terms of skills, stamina, endurance, sportsmanship. So it's a game of games. And yes, Corporate Cup, we started last year. Corporate Cup, why we started that, while it is an effort from all corners of the country, from all aspects of the decision-making hierarchies, to focus on football, corporate is one important unit, where if you can involve them, our cause would be accelerated. So therefore, we started this Corporate Cup last year, and I think that this year, we would be making it bigger.
Clearly, your relationship with football is so much that it's not just about organizing Corporate Cup. It's about interviewing people as well, isn't it? I mean, in your fantastic show called Duologue, you had the chance, or rather, Mr. Oliver Kahn had the chance to have a conversation with you, and you had a chance to have a conversation with him. So, boys and girls, first let's take a look at Mr. Barun Das in conversation with Mr. Oliver Kahn, the legendary footballer, on Duologue. Take a look.
The football is mother of all games.
It is a team sport.
The leadership attitude is taking the ownership.
It's always a big responsibility to take decisions and the right decisions.
I always question the stereotypical.
And that's why you are in that position.
Very nice.
That's right, Mr. Oliver Kahn. Huge round of applause for Oliver Kahn from Deutschland. Barun, That must have been fascinating. Strategist as a man who leads a football team, strategist as a man who leads the largest network in India. What was that like?
It was brilliant talking to him, and I made a confession on the set that while I usually talk to legends or legends in the making, but for once I felt overwhelmed when I met Mr. Oliver Kahn, because we grew up watching him saving the goals. I remember this World Cup finals while he lost, despite winning the golden ball. The only goalkeeper who's won the golden ball ever in World Cup history. So it was unmatched. I mean, I get goosebumps when I think about talking to him.
I just to add on this thing, when after the Oliver conversation with the duologue, Oliver personally told to me, Kaushik, I met a person and never met this kind of intelligent and such a person like me. I am talking to another Oliver Kahn in India.
Well, you know what? Good point you make there, Kaushik. Because this did not end up being the kind of interview that you think. Mr. Oliver Kahn had questions for Mr. Barun Das back in the middle of the conversation. Can we take a look at what Mr. Oliver Kahn had to ask Mr. Barun Das?
There are a lot of similarities. A lot of similarities between Barun Das and Oliver Kahn. But there are a lot of similarities between sport and business. And I also like this format that is not only question and answer. So we had a really relaxing conversation, and I felt very comfortable. And yes, hopefully we can repeat it again in the near future.
Yeah, that's a very important thing that he mentioned. There's a lot of similarities between management and football. The only thing is, in management, you often get time to go back to your boardroom and strategize. In football, you have to strategize on the second, on the go. So that's the only difference. So football is far more strategically enriched situation, I would say, compared to management boardroom.
You know, in that interview, Barun, he was asking you, when did you think of becoming a CEO? And your answer was fascinating. Did you always want to be a CEO? Did you want to be a footballer at any time? And then you said that, no, I wanted to be a CEO a long time ago. Can you talk to us about that?
No. He said that when did you start thinking about being a CEO? I said during my management days, I started thinking that I'm good enough to be a CEO. But unfortunately, there were no second taker for it. I was the only one who believed it. Right.
I just one, it's a little emotional question for me to you. You grew up with football. You have a passion for football. This footballing temperament to not give away for fighting, this will some point of help you to become you were the largest and successful CEO of the country?
Oh, that's we should wind up this because if any kid is hearing, it is important for them. I think I always believe the two things that one, the winner is first born in the mind. I have personally seen whatever level that I've played, if you are going to the ground, if you're going to a badminton court thinking that I'm going to fight, you might at the most fight. But if you hit the ground thinking that I'm going to win, that is where the game is half won. And the other lesson that I believe that till the time you quit, you have never lost. So don't quit. Keep fighting. You'll never lose. So
football is giving you an instinct to sports to become a most successful CEO of the country. And also, I never let you down. Well, let you go without saying that expectation theory for the kids. But this is important.
They're not listening.
But they're listening.
No, they're not.
This is the word you remember our Tiger and Tigress from him. It's a very one word which is a change in life to all of us from 8 to 80.
No, if you want me to say one line which will change the lives of 8 to 18, I would only say that focus on what you love to do. Don't do harm to anyone. Be constructive. Live and let live. That's all.
Okay. Huge round of applause for that message. Be constructive. Don't do harm. Live and let live.
Okay, all right. Now that he's insisting to say, I'll say, which is another, if any one of you hearing, it is important for you. I believe that, I always believe that happiness is a choice. And I can mathematically prove it. The mathematical proof of that is happiness is the difference between your expectation and the real outcome. If your expectations is 10 and the real outcome is 8, you're not happy. If you're expecting a grade A and you get B, you're not happy. But if you're expecting grade C and get B, you're happy. So manage your expectations and give your best. So that's about it.
All right, huge round of applause for Mr. Barun Das, MD and CEO of the TV9 Network. Barun, thank you so much for being with us and also, telling us all those messages. All the tigers and tigresses who will become tigers and tigresses, I'm going to request you to please stay on stage.
And of course, I must express my gratitude to DPS Greater Noida and Madam Principal for hosting us. It's a great experience. We never thought so. You've got a great school, great students, and we're happy to be here. And thank you very much.
Yes, wonderful.
Just your one message for the tigers and tigers coming 3 months. They will running for the roaring. They're in Europe.
Tigers and tigresses, they're born to roar.
Yeah.
So they'll be roaring in the world arena.
So please roar.
Tigers and tigresses,
roar! Oh! Oh! Who would like to be a Messi or Ronaldo?
Requesting Mr. Barun Das to please stay on stage. Please stay on stage as we invite all the big exemplaries who are there today for the stage. We have a presentation to be done with Mr. Barun Das on stage as well. I'm going to request Mr. K. Damols to please come on stage first. He has brought with him something all the way from Germany as a token of appreciation, a gift. Okay, please go ahead and present that jersey to Mr. Barun Das. And can you tell us more about this?
Yes. Hello, everyone. This is the match-worn jersey from the World Cup Qatar from Leon Goretzka against Japan. Unluckily, the tournament didn't go our way, but for the Euro 2024, we have very, very high spirits. This is for Barun.
Thank you, sir. All right. Now, Mr. Damols, requesting you to please take your seat. We'll get you back on stage in just a few minutes. We are here, Kaushik, we are here because of all the tigers and tigresses in the jerseys. Aren't they?
Yeah.
You know what? And we're giving away some gifts to them, aren't they? And we are going to give them gifts.
Not the ball now, ball later.
Not the ball. I'm just going to take the ball around to show you. Look at all the signatures, the autographs on this ball, right?
Sure.
And Kaushik is going to be asking you some questions. And the people who answer the questions right will be getting gifts from us. Kaushik, let's start with a tigress. Anybody wants to answer a question, put your hands up. Who can answer questions on football? Anybody over there?
If you're willing to have something?
Okay.
Tigress. The girls power.
Girls first. Any girl? All right.
Which one I take? Oh, the first lady.
Okay, first row, okay.
You watch football? Yeah. Oh, great. What's your name?
My name is Arya.
What do you like to be as a footballer?
There's a lot of teamwork there and there are skills that are put into it, so I think that's something that I love most.
So do you think you can play someday with Barun Desai as
definitely,
Indian women's first,
definitely.
reach first World Cup?
Yeah, definitely.
So you dream for it?
Yeah, definitely.
Who is your best player?
Ronaldo, definitely.
Ronaldo. So
Yeah.
I can find out and then Lady Ronaldo. Now I have asked one question for you.
Yeah.
Where is the last Women's World Cup host? Who is the host country?
I'm not sure.
Try. I'm giving you a little hint.
Yeah, you can give me a little.
Hint is this country, the host country, is also very famous for its cricket.
For what?
The host country, where the Women's World Cup hosted, is also very famous for cricket too.
Cricket.
A cricket country.
Starts with L.
Yeah, I will give you a hint. The country which hosts this time Women's World Cup is also a cricket a very good cricket team, men's cricket team. Anyone knows that? Yo, come to you.
Austria?
Yeah! She owned it, a beautiful gift from a kitchen from Devi Pokal.
All right, thank you so much.
Take it.
Thank you so
Have it.
DFB, that's the Deutsche Football Bund or the German Football Association. Congratulations, you've got something. You're the first winner for the evening.
Great.
Woo! Huge round of applause. All right, Kaushik, let's go this side. Yeah? Let's find a tiger now. Let's find a tiger.
Go to the tiger.
Any tigers around here? Any tigers who
the
can answer
tigers.
questions? Okay.
Let's among the tigers.
There's a tiger here.
Hi, tiger. Come on. Come on here. Come on here. The tiger, first tiger. Now, you, who is your favorite player?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Better, where Cristiano, which country Cristiano plays now?
Portugal.
No, his country. And which club he's playing now?
Al Nassr.
You follow Ronaldo?
Yes.
So which position you play better?
Forward.
You're forward. How many goals you scored?
Over 800.
Oh, you're over it. Great. I'm talking about Ronaldo, but I talk how many matches you scored. You're talking about the Ronaldo, you said that. So mini Ronaldo. Now tell me about the Ronaldo. What is the best goal you can feel Ronaldo is doing?
2018 goal of Champions League.
Oh, what a way. Give a big hand. He has a very correct way.
Wow,
And he has won a lovely notebook to keep Ronaldo's statistics from DFB, German Football Association, to make the statistics of Ronaldo.
All right. We need to get on with the show. We have guests waiting for us. I'm going to be inviting all of them on stage. All right, let's begin with Mr. K. Damals of DFB. Huge round of applause. Then we have Mr. Peter Leibel from Bundesliga. Huge round of applause. Up next is Mr. Gerhard Riedel from Rispo and India Football Center, Austria. Up next, we have Mr. Raktim Das, Chief Growth Officer, TV9 Network. Huge round of applause for Mr. Raktim Das. And after that, we have a celebrity amongst us, ladies and gentlemen, Arpita Chatterjee. Huge round of applause for Arpita. And another tigress after her. Huge round of applause. Give it up for Julia Farr. After that is Mr. Anselm Kukler, Deputy Managing Director, International Football Institute of Germany. And finally, last, definitely not the least, Mr. Philipp Kluckel, CEO, Striker Labs, Austria. Now take a look at what we've got for you, tigers and tigresses. All these people are going to make some of your dreams come true, isn't it, Kaushik?
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Definitely. So let's begin. Of course, a huge delegation from Germany. Let's begin with the German Football Association that governs all football in Germany. Kay, how does it feel to be here in India? And look at that audience over there. How does it feel to be here, Kay? Okay, I'll just pass it.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a wonderful experience. Congratulations for putting this up. This is amazing. Thank you, TV9. Thank you, school, everyone. Thank you. India is a wonderful country. It's the third time I'm in India. I love it every time I come. I'm from the German Football Association, which is the highest body of football in Germany. And our stellar competition is the German FA Cup called the DFB Pokal. And this is going to be the vehicle we will be introducing to India and completely democratize it. So it will be free for everyone to watch. It's a beautiful Cinderella story where the small clubs, amateur clubs, third division clubs can compete with the professional clubs from the second and from the first division Bundesliga. So the small team can prevail, and there's a lot of aspiration and a lot of hope. So I think this is the perfect vehicle to help grow football in India. And with the help of TV9 and Kaushik, we will make this for free for everybody in India. So we look forward to it.
Okay, I just one question to add on your stuff. You have also have a nice idea for every school. We are going to cover around over 50 to 60,000 schools during our campaign in Tiger Style. Every school have a Pokal ambassador, so they have a chance to play, see the match of Pokal. So you can talk about a little bit more to the kids who are more fired up.
Yes, so the core of the cooperation is growing the DFB Pokal in India, bringing all the media exposure for free, but that's only the beginning. We're involving everyone. We're involving social media. We're involving sponsors. We are involving publishers. And one of the elements will be activation. So activation will be nominating DFB Pokal ambassadors from schools. We will be supporting the initiative of the Tigers and Tigresses. We will help bring a successful football player, young players to Germany and help them educate together with the Bundesliga and with the clubs. So it's a whole package.
All right, talking about Bundesliga. How many of you watched the Bundesliga over here? Put your hands up. There you go. Oh my God, everywhere from the front to the back. So many watch the Bundesliga. Peter, that's heartening to see, isn't it? And what does it feel like for you to be here? And tell us, what is the contribution that's going to be from Germany and German football to help India achieve its dream of playing the World Cup one fine day?
Thank you very much for being here again. It's already my third time that I'm hosted by TV9, and that's the first time that the core and the focus is on kids, which is fantastic. And I only can follow Kai's expressions and say that the Bundesliga is part of the FA with the clubs we have. We are always looking for the educational topics as well, because only if you have young talented players, the professional clubs as we are representing can have new talents, and therefore we will support these activities in all matters and go ahead. And I can only encourage the kids and say, go for it, and perhaps you have the chance to see something in Germany, to watch a real Bundesliga match and see one of the stars of the Bundesliga, and that's it. So I think everybody has a chance, and I love it to be with kids this time. That's great.
All right, everybody has a chance. Everybody. Any of you here could be a tiger or a tigress.
Yeah, all the beautiful things talk about the two gentlemen for together to powerful German football. And I hope you believe someday of this tiger and tigress, one of them, a lot of them to play in Bundesliga. You endorse it?
We would endorse it.
Yeah, give a big hand and roaring embers. So now I have a question for whom? I have a question for Raktim now. Why? Raktim, you're the Chief Growth Officer. How do you think football can grow bigger in TV9 network and also India? What is your vision?
So, as Barun was saying in the very beginning, it's about reliving the childhood. So I see so many kids here. I recollect an incident. I was in a town called Aizawl. Now, where is this Aizawl town? Aizawl is in a state called Mizoram, which is on the northeastern part of this country. And just about 90 kilometers away from this city called Aizawl, there was a small town which had just about 25,000 population. Now, in that small town of 25,000 population, I was there in an evening. I saw kids coming with t-shirts which were right up to their knees, and kids with socks which were right up to their knees, and there were all these kids trying to play football. Now, from that, why I'm saying this? I'm saying this, there is huge amount of talent in this country, and especially in far-flung places like this, Manipur, Mizoram, there is no dearth of talent. It is all about how you go about scouting for the talent, how do you go about nurturing that talent at the grassroots level, and how you can bring about technology and digital tools to enable a structure in the way they want to go about training themselves and probably living the great Indian football dream of playing the World Cup. So a lot of things. So if you look at a player, few things which comes up is that how do you go about coaching and customized coaching? That's number one. Number two is our nutrition planning. Number three is probably about mental conditioning. Number four probably is about how do you bring about injury management. So these four things, if you can instill in a kid from the very beginning in a structured way, I think if you can leverage various digital tools, I am talking about this because we have a lot of partners who are into all of this in terms of analytics, in terms of wearable technology. How do you leverage all of this to bring on? I think we are not far away. The country today, we have a huge population who has got internet at on their hands. The mobile gives you the opportunity to get connected with all kinds of technology. I think the future is bright, just that we need to try and get the talent at the grassroots level connected with the right subject matter experts so that we could live the dream of the great Indian football.
And that's what we're doing, isn't it,
points, you are fantastic. You talk about that you are talking about the technology behind and how to scout with the analytics and AI. The man is here. Philip, just a light overview about how you can scout with the AI form, analytics and all that to have a perfect talent scouting with the database.
Hello, and thank you for invitation. It was a great experience. Thanks you for that. So we are Striker Labs. We are providing solutions, and video-based and GPS-based to give all talents the best insights that they can grow and reach the full potential. And with that solution, it is also possible then that we will find the best Tigresses and degrees in all India.
Great.
Right. Just so you know, Striker Labs uses artificial intelligence to help coaches, doesn't it?
Injury prevention.
For sure. It is also an injured player cannot play, so that is one of our important things in our solution, that we designed the training in that way that no one get injured, that the likelihood is less than possible, and that's already one important thing, yeah.
All right, so many of you and your talent will be identified by Striker Labs and artificial intelligence. You know, so many men are talking, Kaushik. I think it's time to talk about the Tigresses. You know, Arpita, you come from a great footballing culture. You know, you're from Kolkata. You know, there is so much. This country looks up to Kolkata as an inspiration for football. Tell us, as the ambassador, you know, there is really no parity for women football in this country, isn't it? Although, as Barunda correctly mentioned, Indian women football team is ranked 66. Indian men football team is ranked 121. Tell us, it's time for the right kind of attention on women football, isn't it, Arpita?
Hello. Thank you so much for having us. Thanks, ma'am. Thanks, the school, and whoever who are there on the stage right now besides me. Thank you so much for coming and supporting. Okay, to start with, thank you so much. To start with, I want to see whoever are Ronaldo's fan, just stand first, and then Messi.
First Ronaldo fans, only Ronaldo fans first.
Only Ronaldo fan, I say.
Only
Ronaldo. Okay? Okay, now sit down, sit down. Now time for Messi fan.
Oh, Arpita, this is a Ronaldo crowd.
Yes,
this
I can see that.
This is a hardcore Ronaldo crowd.
Yeah, I can see Ronaldo fans are more than Messi fan. Nonetheless, answering to your question, boys, quiet. I'll not bore you, promise. To answer your question, yes, I come from a place called Kolkata, which is a tiny part or an important city of this country, and the city has a huge legacy in terms of football. I mean, for us, the community called Bengali, so for us, football is something that we eat, we breathe, we dream, we fight, we love. We can do anything in the name of football. And the history is saying that in the time of 50s and 60s, when the Indian football, the men's section was doing really good, and that team was led by a lot of Bengali players. You know that. I personally know the legends called P.K. Banerjee. I was so close to him, and he was so, full of energy all the time. And he always dreamt, and he told me that, Arpita, I mean, we have played our time, but the time that is coming up, going forward, what's the scenario of football? We have such a great history and legacy and pride. We must keep it up. So today I'm really thinking him. He's not there anymore. He passed away a few years back. So I'm really remembering him and his lines. And I think that TV9 network, their initiative, and with all of you, we can, and we must regain our own pride in terms of football. And football is something we all know that our country, India, the cricket and Bollywood, these two are very famous right now. But the time is coming, you can see all the kids, the next generation, that this young generation, they all love football like anything. So football is something which is really, really booming in terms of India. And look at the size, man. We have 1.44 billion people in India. We have loads of talents. We just need that support, the infrastructure with which I'm sure that you will bring, and that will be a great help for all the kids, men, women, for both. And in the world of, in the football map of world, India will very, very soon will take up the leading position.
That's right. Boys and girls, the idea is simple. India deserves its place in the global football map.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Add to Krishna's question about, you are also promoting the Indian football, women's and also German football, collaborating our Tigresses. As how you felt the football can empowering women in the world of society?
Oh, Kaushik, no, let's not get into that discussion. We women, we don't need any empowerment. We are empowered.
Right.
We are empowered, all the girls, yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, football is something, I mean, we believe that the women is something that God has made us in the way that we can do anything, everything, far, far better than all men. Okay, so God has made us in that way, so why not football?
Yeah, great.
All right. Fair enough. We're all the girls and the women are already empowered, Julia, but all the empowered girls and tigresses out there need all the know-how, knowledge and coaching to make sure that some of these girls over there will eventually play for India at the Women's World Cup, isn't it, Julia? Yeah, put your hands up. Whoa, okay, we have Borussia Dortmund fans here in the audience, so tell us.
Okay, we talked about a lot of Messi, Ronaldo. Now I want to know, who of you knows Marco Reus? Yeah.
Oh, right.
Quite good.
Not bad. But I believe after we kick-started this project, you will learn a lot more about German football, about BVB, and it's a great pleasure for me to be here. Thank you, TV9. Thank you to the school for hosting us and having us. And amazing to see all of you being interested in football and supporting the hunt for the Tigers and Tigresses. But I would like to emphasize all of you that football is a sport for everyone. It's not just for the best kids. It's really a sport for everyone because it teaches you so much more. We heard from the little girl earlier, it's about teamwork. It's a team sport. You have to work together. You learn so much in life. It's education. and it opens more doors. It's not just professional football at the end of the day. It can be so much more. We have seen it's sports statistics, analytics, it's competitions, it's leagues, it's so much more sports management, medicine. So there are many more opportunities in sports and in football that you can emphasize. And yeah, I look forward to work with all of you and see you later on the pitch.
Right, Tigresses, that's the lady over there. She will be the one with you.
Julia, you have a little experience in India, a few months together. You have also experience with our girls' talent in Pune. So can you express that Indian talents right now, the girls' talents can play in Bundesliga?
I mean, there are always open doors. So for you to come in and to show your passion for football, your love for football, and then maybe try it on the big stage in Germany, why not? We are here for you to create that opportunity. It's up to you to take it and to show it how much you love the game and how much you can develop.
Huge round of applause for all the Tigresses and the girls. It's your opportunity to show how much you love, how much you're passionate about football. But Kaushik, all of this is very important. But there is a particular, football institute that is being meant to develop Indian football talent. In Austria, in the city of Gmunden, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a kind of a cooperation. It's one of the initiative. India Football Center is a pioneering and as a visionary. And the man who has do that and a visionary, Gerhard Riedel, give him a big hand.
That's Mr. Gerhard Riedel, co-founder of the India Football Center. This India Football Center in Austria, boys and girls, is meant to develop only Indian talent. Indian talent that can go global, play in Germany, play across Europe, play anywhere in the world. Gerhard, tell us two things. One is you had a platform called RISPO, which is powering India Football Center. Talk to us about technology and football, and of course, about the India Football Center.
Hello? Okay, first of all, many thanks for the invitation. It's my first time now in India, and Kaushik, thanks a lot. Every time I'm surprised. It's unbelievable here. I'm really happy. And about Indian Football Center, yes, Kaushik and me, we have met us since 1 year ago, something like that, okay? And we have talked a lot of football, and he has explained me the possibilities in India, and I've come down first time to watch it in Pune, and it was unbelievable for me. I did not expect that so many young players in India with such a good mood. It's unbelievable. And we talked that we have to make a bridge from India to Europe and the rest of the world to support the children from India to get a better education. The coaches can be taught from our partners. This is focused, and we have one thing together, Kaushik and me. We are both passion-driven to support our kids in India and the rest of the world. For the RISPO education, I can tell you the platform is an independent platform for players, clubs, and coaches. Okay, it's working worldwide. Okay, and it could be a perfect platform for digital scouting, for transfer management, and for team management. Okay.
That's right. So, India Football Center is where the Tigers and Tigresses, the winners, will be training in Austria, playing friendly matches. Before we go any further, quickly, it's very important, from the India Football Center to the International Football Institute of Germany. Anselm, tell us, your association, how does it feel to be here in India? See the passion for football, for boys and girls. You come from a great footballing culture like Germany. What is it like for you being here, and what are you going to be bringing to the table?
Thank you very much. It's fantastic to be here on the stage, to see you all sitting there and hearing a little words of us. And before I want to start telling something about the International Football Institute, we are doing a lot of education. I want to do a little session with you, a little lesson. In Germany we say, or in Bavaria, in Munich, we say a word for hello. It's very easy, and we could try to say it together. In Munich, we say Servus, Servus, as hello. Let us try together. Maybe the right side. Say Servus. Wow, great. Now you're in the middle. Servus. Hey, a Bavarian guy couldn't do better. And now the left side. Great. So the first lesson is done. You all get #1 grade. Yeah? Perfect, perfect.
Huge round of applause. So we learned something in German for the day already.
So the second lesson is a little bit more boring because it's about what are we doing. It sounds not that exciting, but it is exciting. We are educating people around football. And as you know, football is not only playing football, it's about personality, about leadership, yeah, about communication. It's very, very, very big. And many people around the world do not have an education. And you can be very, very grateful to have an education here at the school, and that is fantastic. And we can support you, we can support your coaches, your teachers, with training around analysis, scouting, data, athletics, management, and more, and more. That's a little bit about the International Football Institute.
All right, so much about football. It's so similar to the boardrooms, so similar to corporates. That's the reason why, Raktim, we have the Corporate Cup at TV9 Network, don't we? And the first edition of the Corporate Cup was a super success. So imagine all these serious people, CEOs and senior executives playing football just like you and enjoying themselves. Isn't it, Raktim?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was the first attempt. And this time the Corporate Cup comes back in a much bigger and bolder manner. It's just not about getting the corporates to participate. It's also about instilling the spirit of sportsmanship in the entire corporate culture. So this time we go to multiple cities. We'll have a lot of partners coming up who will be part of the entire initiative. And last time a lot of our partners were there. It was an exciting tournament. We had the best of talent coming in from the top corporates across the country. But this time we need to just hold on for another couple of months. We'll see a much bigger and a much better form of Corporate Cup that we had last year.
All right, that is the TV9 Network's own football tournament. Can you imagine a news network, a football tournament meant for corporates? Not just for you, not just for the Tigers and Tigresses. It's fascinating, isn't it,
Yeah,
Kaushik?
of course, a fantastic idea. The Tigress is perhaps the world's biggest talent hunt project from anybody in the world. Am I right, Kay, for that kind of magnitude? Around about 2 million kids going to have showcased their talent and digitally scouted with Kay Kokle and Anselm and all the support from the people. I have one question to Peter. Peter, you have an experience of the Corporate Cup last year. And this year, well, a magnitude is more. So just give your little brief about how TV9 Network in doing football India with the international standard. You have always a testimonial for that.
Yeah, due to my job, I was everywhere in the world and I witnessed a lot of corporate cups already, but I must say this was the most professional one I have seen so far, with LED boards on site and other topics and the perfect pitch. I think that was amazing. And we are happy to go into cooperation with, as Bundesliga, with TV9 soon, and we did already some cooperation. We want to extend it so that you can watch as well some clips of the Bundesliga and some other content we have on the TV9 network. So we want to stand close to TV9 so that TV9 will be our partner here in India for the future.
All right, so boys and girls, so you know what's happening. TV9 Network, in association with all of Germany, is bringing to you the biggest talent hunt for football ever. Nearly 2 million entries are expected. Nearly 50,000 schools are going to be registering. And finally, 20 Tigers and 20 Tigresses will be taken all the way to Austria and Germany and will be there at the German Super Cup finals, isn't it, Kaushik?
Yeah, that's very fascinating. They will be in 17 August in Super Cup final and also Pokal start to have the Tiger and Tigers be in the stadium, and a fascinating opportunity to see the electrifying moment of the German football.
Right, and with that, we have come to the end of this. I'm going to ask all of you, boys and girls, to give a huge round of applause for all those on stage.
Now I have a time to announce one thing. Who is the winner of the ball?
The ball?
Yeah.
How can you forget the ball? We told you.
I'm thinking today winner is everybody in the school. To the principal of the school, come on the stage, and Kay Dumholtz to hand over the ball to her for our greatest gift from the German football to Indian school.
Boys and girls, Tigers and Tigresses, huge round of applause.
DPS Greater Noida, I have this for you.
Roar!
And let's see the roar.
Roar, boys and girls.
Thank you for this wonderful organization, TV9. I've never been more inspired. If I could, I would have started playing football now. Is there adult football you're looking at? God bless you. And all of you young children participate fully in whatever TV9 has to offer.
Great. Now